The reason why we decided to set up the TERI University, and I can tell you procedurally it wasn't easy at all, is because TERI had grown as a research institution, but I felt if you look at the future, there would be a gap in terms of getting a flow of intellectual inputs that would stimulate some academic thought, some fresh intellectual endeavor, and for that you really need an institution of higher learning. It's also necessary that whatever we have in TERI must be disseminated to the younger generation, and the only way we can do that effectively and on a fairly large scale is through the establishment of an institution of higher learning. So there was also need, I think, for some of our researchers to be challenged by younger minds who are willing to look at things in an unconventional way. And if we set up a TERI University, if we were to set up a TERI University, then it would at least give you the opportunity for this kind of interaction and this kind of intellectual challenge on both sides. So the whole purpose was to see that through the setting up of a TERI University, the work of TERI itself and whatever would be enhanced in a much higher intellectual manner by the TERI University itself could be used by a much wider section of people than those who come in contact with TERI directly. So I think this was really driven by a desire to create a new institution that would not only stand by itself, but would also be able to support TERI through intellectual stimulation and also receive from TERI the kind of research culture, the kind of research directions that we have set for ourselves. And I think to that extent it has worked quite well so far. I think the USP of TERI University is defined essentially by the goals that we've set for that institution. It is an institution which is research based. It is an institution that in all its activities and all its programs emphasizes and supports the concept of sustainable development, and more than that imbues the students who graduate from there with a set of values that I think will serve them in good stead, not only in organizations that they are working in, but also as members of society at large. And I think we are living in an age when I think social accountability in everything we do is going to become of paramount importance. The kinds of scrutiny that society is going to demand of organizations, of institutions that really are contributing to the welfare of human society is going to become much more intense. Therefore, the students who go out of TERI University must carry an attitude, a set of values, and a very different approach to solving problems, which have to be seen in a larger societal context rather than within the narrow and short-term goals of an organization, which of course very often can be at cross purposes with what society would benefit from. So I think our USP is fairly well established, and I'm happy to observe that it's also accepted by everybody that I've come across in TERI University. And I hope they can support, strengthen and build on this particular reality and the USP that we have all striven hard to create.